Bojo in his basement has 250 people watching him. Can fan can't even crack 10?
We got this.
That's some behind baseball. We don't let it fade us. We don't let it fade us. We don't let it phase us. But before anything, Wednesday night main event, crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Crack 'em if you got 'em,
We don't give a shit if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We will crack them, especially during the Dallas Cowboys season, and we are full-fledged in on it, baby. And we got a good old-fashioned preseason battle coming up this week that we're going to dive into. But we got a little bit of laundry to clear before we get into that about the game before. But before we hop into that, B-Dubs, B-Dub-Bs, how you feeling?
I want to say like I'm feeling so refreshed because I've been camping with the fam up at the lake, but I've been driving home every day to get some work done. I didn't officially take it off as a vacay.
So you're just staying up at the lake at nighttime and then working here during the day?
Yeah,
that's still
bit.
Nice though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wake up in the woods, in the rainforest, if you will, even though it's hot as balls right now.
Well, maybe it's a bit hotter today, but it's been really nice camping weather, I think. But like we rented a trailer and they dropped it off. So it's like for someone who doesn't know how to pull a trailer or set a trailer up, it was nice that this guy named...
Did they drop it off at the campsite?
This guy named Vlad, yeah.
But at the campsite? That's pretty sweet.
It's like $150 a day. He brings a 26-foot trailer, drops it off, hooks it up
like
at the campsite.
Fifth wheel.
Yeah, 26-footer. It can sleep 8 people.
That's pretty
good.
It was
great. Went on Facebook Marketplace and found it. So that's
Vlad.
Yeah, and then so
not Vlad the Impala or Vlad the fifth wheeler.
Vlad the trailer guy.
Did he have an accent?
You know what? Fun fact, I was at work when Lynn's and the kids were setting everything up. So I just rolled in like
but he had that accent, right?
Yeah.
His name is Vlad.
Yeah.
B2B2. The fuck? You're fixing your glasses or something?
Fixing my shades. They were a little off kilter and they still might be, but no, I'm good. I'm flocating. I didn't know Adam was not in his house. Well, mind you, he said he's working here.
Now we can rob him tomorrow. Me and you could rob him. We just have to rob him at nighttime.
Just come here, turn on the AC, switch on, download Madden, buy Madden.
AJ comes squatting over here.
So because he says he has cameras, we just got to somehow get in through the roof. We have to just kick in one of the upstairs windows.
Yeah, bastards.
Or just come in the back door, leave the back door unlocked.
You mentioned downloading Madden, but have you been seshing Mafia?
I have not because it's there was nothing like important to. It's not like a Red Dead game where you can. It's like a 12-hour game or something like that. So I was like, I'm just not in a place where I could sit down and like
really immerse yourself.
Really immerse myself into it.
I don't got time for that shit. No,
and I will, and I'm super stoked because there's been such mixed reactions and people getting upset about the shortness of it. But I'm like, look, that's what I came for. I love a long-ass forever game, but also give me a nice
quick hitter
10, 15-hour story.
With some side quests?
That's not terribly difficult.
That normal people can play?
Well, because I can't replay a level 15 times to beat it. You know what I mean?
I don't want to play a game that's 200 hours.
I want a little challenge.
Unless
but
it's
also,
GTA 6.
If it's about the story, then let's just fucking flow through it. You know, maybe I lose a couple missions and have to restart 1 or 2 or 3. Okay. But I don't want to be battling for like grinding out levels and shit like that. So
that's why Madden. That's why Madden's good though. But
Madden's really Madden's
you can just hop on Madden, play a game, especially online.
Did either of you get Madden yet?
And I heard it's like the best Madden yet, but no, I haven't.
I hear that every year. I know. I have not got Madden. I'm probably gonna wait. Honestly,
I'll wait.
Just because I have not even really finished playing CFB.
I know.
So I'm gonna wait till the discount comes.
I'm the same way. Like I haven't even. This is the thing with CFB. I bought it late last year, so I've really dove into it. Right. I think once football's going, and I know some players a little bit better.
Once we're
might have a little bit more play value.
Well, exactly, and once we add the Sunday or whenever the Cowboys play, but let's just say for shits and giggles that weekly Sunday game, that eats up like Sunday's a prime day of
gaming.
Yeah, just do nothing or it's a very busy day because you put all your tasks from the week that you need to get done on that day. One or the other.
I didn't do anything on Saturday. Now I have to do it all on Sunday.
Brent Packer guy says, "Okay, AJ, I want to see you go through the Nintendo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, the original, and I want to see that streamed."
Is that on SNES though?
If that's
the NES. Remember that one?
I remember the Super Nintendo one.
No, the Nintendo one has like the really hard sewer level. Remember, you got to go in. You got to like
too young, probably.
You got to swim up and you got to defuse the bomb.
I'm still in my 30s, bro. I don't remember it.
Okay,
Right.
this game I do remember. Was this? Was it this one?
Yep. Oh, here, let me bring it up.
Oh, this is not a good. Let me
Go. Just type in Nintendo TMNT underwater because that's what Brent's even bringing up as well.
That's the shit that you guys are talking about?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
That fucking level.
I don't remember.
That fucking level ended so many fucking like. There's that meme right there. That damn level of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was brutal. I can't fucking talk right now. That was a fucking the girl crying right there. That is childhood right there.
What do you mean the girl? That's the chick from Monsters.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
still a girl.
She's still a girl.
Whether she's a monster or not.
What the hell is her name?
Fucking
Anyways,
crying little bitch.
I literally just watched that the other day. Crying because I beat her. Yeah, that's me now online when I play any video game against people. That's me crying because everyone's so good.
But
All
yeah,
right.
okay.
All right. Okay. That's some laundry aired. Actually, that was no laundry aired. That was just us.
That was a
catching up enough.
catch up.
That was a catch up on life status. But guys, again, we're getting into week 3 preseason. What do we got on the docket?
Well, what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what do we got on the docket, AJ?
Well, actually, you know what I want to do is because I have nothing to add to it.
Oh, I like that.
This is just
Your
my
Google Keep. Sorry.
But I have nothing to add to it. I want to ask Adam because the new Dallas Cowboys documentary dropped. You're about halfway through.
Yep.
Jerry and the Gambler, or what's it called?
America's Team,
and the Gambler.
The gambler and the gambler and his Cowboys.
You wanna give-
Sometimes you fold them.
Sometimes
It's a polarizing topic online because some people are refusing to watch it and some people are like, fuck it, I am going to watch it. It doesn't matter. Jerry's already got his money.
the boycott Jerry stuff. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I don't give a fuck either way. I haven't watched it just because I just haven't watched it, but
It dropped yesterday, the 19th, August 19th.
Yeah, I think so.
So adds into it already.
But some people are like saying they refuse to watch it. But I do want to know because you watched half of it already.
Yep.
Just give us your
your
elevator pitch.
Are you
for it or
refusing to
longer.
watch it?
No, I'm not refusing to watch
Kidding.
it.
You
No.
watched 4 episodes.
Oh, and I watched.
Now he is. He's like,
Yeah, I'm done.
I was.
Episode 5, I'm out.
So.
You stroking out over there?
No, I was reading a comment from Ultra Cowboy that I want to get to after I mention my comment. It's about the Netflix doc. So I like it. I think production value is incredible. It really makes you root for Jerry Jones. Like they do such a fantastic job telling the story, the origin story. So for anybody who was newly minted Cowboy fans like myself and AJ, it is nice to go back and actually see the history of it all. I think the job that they do very well is they allow multiple people to speak on it and multiple sides of the story. So, episode 4, spoiler alert.
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's all happened
I'm going to
anyways.
say timeline alert. They start to really kind of they're just starting to get into the turmoil of Jimmy J and Jerry Jones. And Jimmy Johnson is very vocal throughout it. And it's like, it doesn't feel one-sided just from the Cowboys, even if it was a produced Cowboys documentary. I didn't look into too much of the actual production company and how much involvement Jerry Jones has or how much say
Do we
they
have to
in
do
it.
a sleuth deep dive on it?
I will after I'm done. I just haven't wanted to really look at anything else because I haven't wanted to frame my thoughts on it.
Yeah, well, you got to film yourself doing it so we can make a video. I investigated the Jerry Jones Dallas Cowboys
that's
documentary.
But I mean,
with an AI thumbnail.
like from how it's trending, I don't see it going really. Like, how we talked originally about how we thought the episodes would work and how they're going to cover the new eras. I think it just handles a majority of it handles just the 90s era Cowboys. I can't see them having enough time to cover the rest of the years. And if they do it, it'll just be like,
Which I think it's just based off of him buying the team being successful early, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's just covering the era that everybody knows and loves about the Cowboys. But the music is fantastic. Michael Irvin is an awesome character in it. Like,
Well, let's get back to it. So let's get back to cut the fat a little. there's people, and like AJ said, it's polarizing. There's people that aren't watching it, and there's people that are going to watch it. I'd say the people that aren't going to watch it are majority Cowboys fans. NFL fans are more than likely going to watch it because people hate the Cowboys so much that they just want to watch Cowboys content. So it's not like if you're a Cowboys fan and you hate the Cowboys, I feel like you're not going to watch it. Did Ultra say he didn't watch it?
No, he says Netflix documentary was awesome. The participation trophy era won't watch it.
So that's
that's right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely going to watch it. Just haven't yet.
Yeah.
Haven't yet. It came out yesterday. I'm probably going to binge a couple episodes tonight.
Well,
once I get home.
I watched the first episode as I was going to sleep last night, and then I watched 3 episodes or 2.5 episodes this morning at like 5 a.m. when I woke up early on the campsite, not being able to sleep. So I was watching Jerry Jones, but it's captivating. It is captivating. It's hard to not root for Jerry Jones. I was telling Alex, when it gets to the Emmitt Smith stuff, you kind of hear a bit more from the ownership side.
I'm not going with the ownership side on that one.
No,
he wasn't under contract. He didn't have a contract. It's not. I'm not
going to spoil it.
Well, I'm sure they're going to go into it, but I just have a hard time siding with ownership, especially back then when they weren't getting paid that much.
Well, it's history. You can't really spoil it.
Yeah, spoil it. I want to hear why. No, I want to hear why. Now I want to hear why you're with the ownerships.
I said it's interesting to hear from the ownership.
No, you said you kind of sided with the ownership.
I can guess, and we can segue into.
No, I want to hear this part. Okay, I'm actually interested.
Nope. Hey, guess what?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I'll never tell.
Because you said no spoilers,
Adam,
and then you did no spoilers.
No, you said no spoilers.
I know.
And then you yelled at me because I said, I kind of see how I could side with the ownership a little bit. And you're like, not with Emmitt Smith. Not with my running back.
Look, all I know is that Jerry Jones is paying Adam $1,000.
How much did he pay
say
you?
that for each like that we get? So you guys who are listening
I'm
to
taking
this,
side deal sponsorship money for the CanFan thing.
That would be the ultimate trickery.
But go ahead and smash that like, you guys, if you are out there listening.
Mushroom stamp the like button.
Mushroom stamp that like button. But no, like you make a good. Well, I'm gonna watch it anyway, so you didn't really have to convince me. But
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I'm just on the side of like I probably want to just wait for a time to just rip off like 4 or 6 in a row and then finish it up at the end.
Hour longs or 45?
Like 45, but the pacing of it is...
It's a good amount. 45 is good.
The pacing of it is like quick. I really like the production value. I like the sets that they have all the interviews on. And obviously with the Cowboys incorporating old school westernized like cowboy showdown type of music. It moves. There's a lot of tension built.
Did it move you?
It fucking moved.
Emotionally?
It moved me from at least 0 to 6 p.m.,
Well, this is what I wanted to kind of segue into with this is, okay, you brought up the Emmitt Smith contract and people are making a lot of comparisons for Emmitt Smith or other Cowboys players recently who have gone through kind of the same process more or less with, sorry about that, with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb both having their contracts. But this is Micah Parsons at practice, and he's going through a little contract dispute with the Dallas Cowboys. That's
called mind reps right there.
That's mind reps. He looks very sad, but he's still showing up to practice.
He's still there,
which I guess maybe he has to for money
to not get fined.
To not get fined.
I haven't looked, but is it
$50,000 a practice?
No, but is he faking an injury right now?
Back spasms.
Okay, so faking an injury.
Yeah, back spasms.
Okay. Do you think he actually has back spasms right now?
Not one bit.
So what's he doing?
Well, they know
faking an injury.
Yeah, they know what they can say, and it's just like obvious, and it's a mockery for the NFL.
Do you also think he's doing this he's hamming it up a bit? Like he knows people are going to be filming him.
I think he's okay. Because this is not the angle I saw. I saw another angle. This was his attitude kind of the whole time. I think he's genuinely sad. This is how I think the Cowboys want these things to play out, is they believe if we just stop these guys from playing football, or they'll stop themselves from playing football based on the advice from their representatives, then they're going to start to miss the game. And these guys want to play football. Like it's a thing that they love.
Watching everybody else.
Yeah. So eventually what they're hoping and probably will happen in this case is Micah Parsons will be the one to be like, fuck it, to accept their deal. I don't give a shit. and let me play football. And that's what I think the Cowboys, or maybe not just the Cowboys, but it seems like that's their game, is they're not really looking to sign early. Like some teams recently who have had good success I think San Francisco did this as well with some of their players, but definitely the Eagles. Well, they'll go out there and they'll just, guys who they believe are going to be a pillar for that team or a solid starter for that team for the next 3-4 years, they'll just go and sign them a year earlier than expected, right? And get the better. Detroit did that with Amon St. Brown, and now he's a $30 million a year
steal of a deal. Great steal.
So, all that being said, who knows? Maybe one way historically works out better than the other, but this is the game that the Cowboys play. They want him in this position, and they want him to be like, man, it's not worth $5 million or whatever the fucking thing is to me a year. I just want to get on the football field. I'm happy with $40 million. I'm happy with $38 million.
What were our dates? What were our Micah signing dates?
August 25th.
August 25th for
AJ?
Alex. Yours was, I thought, August 27th?
I think I might be out already.
Or August 17th was yours?
Yeah, I thought I was the day after.
August 17th, so Ant's out.
Yeah.
Second time. You got 3 strikes, though, so you can pick another date.
Yeah, bush.
Oh, I get another date?
Well, I think we get 3 strikes,
okay.
yeah.
I'm going to say August 26th.
Okay, that works because Boots is 27th, so I'm 25th.
Am I the only one with 2 strikes?
Yeah.
Dang,
Because me and Adam are...
I'm steadfast September 4th.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about the time Micah Parsons would get signed. I said August 17th, which was the day after the second preseason game.
We all struck out with our early
our first picks, but I'm the only one that swung for the fences twice.
And now you're setting up for another one.
And then I said August
26th. So that's in 6 days.
So I could be out after. No, can I change it?
Yeah.
I'm going my birthday, September 3rd. AJ did his birthday. I'm going to do my birthday, September 3rd.
I like that. That's one day before Adam's too.
That's one day before the season opener kickoff. Cowboys at Eagles.
Ooh, I like Ant's chances because if he didn't change, you would have won.
Hey, I might be the only bitch that fucking has 2 strikes. But I'm going to hit a homer.
Could I also possibly make an adjustment to mine?
Well, I didn't get to move my second.
I don't know.
That's only your second pick.
Because
I'm on my 3rd strike. I gotta.
No, that's your.
Anth just picked this now.
Yeah, but that's Ant's second strike right there.
I know, but you can't.
You've only had one strike.
We already locked these in, I think.
I know. Because I don't think it's September.
What do you want to move it to?
I don't want to move it, but I'm just going to verbally say it, and then you should move yours from September 3rd.
My birthday. I can't move my birthday. Should I go back in time and climb back in mom's vagina and get born a different day?
Why'd you have to go there?
Why'd you have to say that?
Why'd you have to go there, bro? I think September 2nd, which is the Tuesday, is probably the more likely day that he's actually going to sign.
So if I was European.
Anth wins anyway, if that's the case. Because he's the closest.
And everyone else will have 2 strikes at that point. Except Adam. Yeah. Adam will only have 1 strike.
Yeah, but if you hit, you hit.
I hit.
The one thing that I will say about the Micah Parsons stuff and where I was going with on the Emmitt Smith conversation before Anth yelled at me before I gave my full opinion on it. Like Micah has 0 leverage, so they don't have to do anything with him this year. And if he doesn't play, you guys have both said it in the past, it looks worse on Micah Parsons.
It's not good for him professionally either.
Yeah, so essentially they don't have to do anything for him this year, and they could give him a deal next year or the after next year. It creates a terrible relationship with them, which I can't see them going, but he has absolutely 0 leverage. There's him sitting there and being at practice. I think he looks defeated because he knows he doesn't have any moves anymore.
No, I will say the Cowboys handled it awfully. They have.
Of course. Do.
Like for Micah Parsons not to be practicing right now, getting ready for the Eagles.
They could have signed him at the end of last season and saved millions and millions of dollars. I think the one stat that I was reading about this is how much money they've lost with like even just Dak and CD's deals. It's like they've lost out on like over $65 million in terms of like money, like actual dollars amount.
Yes and no, because if both of those players play their contracts out, then their contracts in years, whatever, 3 and 4 are going to be on the lower end of things, or they should be. like the way that the contracts work out.
Signing them later?
No, yeah, like,
But but still, if you would have steamrolled it and got them the year before, that argument even makes you would have saved even more money because you would have got
maybe, but like, so yes, Dak is being paid $60 million now, but if they would have signed him 2 years ago, then we'd be re-upping his contract again now.
I see what you're saying.
So you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We're talking honestly, like I did calculate this. It comes down to like, I think something like between $2 to $5 million a year. So that can add up but it's like $20 million max over a contract guaranteed. To me, it's really peanuts, but obviously maybe there's some pride in these decisions.
But, and this is why I think it's by design by the Jones family. If they are signed a year early, nobody's talking about this at this point of the NFL season.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
that's their biggest thing.
The benefit for the Cowboys is to let it go. Like you mentioned, they hold all the cards with a guy like Micah Parsons. And who I don't know why CD decided to and Dak decided to wait and then sign a day before. Like, I would have held out for the season then at that point, maybe just to fucking scare him a little bit. But that's how you got to get the power back in those scenarios, is like, just say, fine, I will play this season out,
and then I'm gone.
Contract, and then I'm gone. And then you get to the point where hopefully they have to change their mind. But at the end of the day, yes, Cowboys hold the cards. Even if Parsons says, I'm not playing until I get a new contract, then he would more than likely have to sit at least this season. Then he has next year's option too, if the Cowboys don't decide to trade him, where they would take the option and then just sit him again. And then they have 2 years of potentially, which I don't think anyone would do this because it'd be way too spiteful. They can franchise him for 2 seasons. The
only type of leverage he has is if he does sit out, because then it would force the Cowboys to then heavily consider a trade. They're saying they're not going to trade. So like right now, Micah Parsons' move could just be, and he's a chess player, even though he lost to not Will Greer, but
Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci.
You've been DiNucci.
He got DiNucci'd by DiNucci, but it could be a move where it's like he decides to sit out to force the Cowboys' hand to trade. Because at that point, you're like, well, look at all of the stuff we could get from any one of these teams. They'll pay us what we're going to lose by, like, you know what I mean? Like, they could get a king's ransom to a degree. And I think that wouldn't hurt him sitting out, wouldn't hurt dealing with other teams where he could David Maguleta. I'm trying to be say his agent name, but they could say
close. Call him DM.
DM could say, hey, well, you know what it's like working with the Joneses. Like, this is Micah's a principal guy. He felt disrespected. Yeah. And at any of these teams that are going to be hurting for edge rushers that have the cap space and that have the trade value would go ahead and do that move for the Cowboys if he sits out.
And I agree with you. I don't think a team's really going to care at all with a player as like with Micah Parsons caliber. I wonder, though, if he did do that, does that open up the door for suddenly a Sam Williams or a D Easy to show up? And there's other guys on the squad. And they it's week 4 and they got 5.5 sacks. And you're being like,
oh, shit.
Okay,
maybe we don't need them.
Maybe we got 4 weeks here. Like, if we can get 2 first rounds and 2 second rounds over the next 2 years, I don't know. Like, I don't want that just trade. I don't think that's good, but if the contract's not going to work out in your favor, maybe that's the best route.
But that's what I mean. That's why Micah has zero leverage.
Yeah.
Because what if that does happen, right? So, but this article you have, it has Cowboys Parsons divorce imminent, ? ESPN's Adam Schefter says differences are irreconcilable.
Rumor on the street is Micah Parsons found semen on Jerry Jones's underwear that was not his.
On his McMuffin. on his sausage McMuffin.
It wasn't his.
On his McMuffin. I will say this as a thing. I like listening to Shefty talk, as all the analysts like to call him. I prefer, I'm more of an Ian Rappaport guy, I think.
Yeah, fuck Schefter. I've heard as soon as Schefter left NFL Network to go to ESPN, I was like, the fuck out of here.
Look, he's definitely...
Rich Eisen never left.
No, he's definitely got the inside edge for sure. I've heard mixed things.
I always like Schefter?
About Schefter.
Well,
I always
like... all going to ESPN.
And there's probably a website out here for the... I want to know, like, what's the accuracy of what these guys say? And I don't want to know just the ones that they said that turned out to be true. I want to know the ones they said that didn't turn out to be true. And if there was even any sort of smoke there, because not to say that this isn't correct. This plays out as if it could be true. I mean, we're at a place right now where we don't, tomorrow they could sign Micah, or tomorrow we could also hear that Micah's going to sit for the rest of the season. Like, that's the kind of gray area that we're in. But I want to know, what's Schefter's batting average? Does he bat over 600? If he's doing that,
That's pretty good.
I think that's pretty fucking good. If you're getting 6 out of 10 right guesses or your inside information, I expect more, but then I'm more in favor of being like, I think this is coming from
What does Grok say?
a more truthful place.
You're thinking about
Well,
it now.
Ad's looking up Grok, or AJ's looking up Grok. Ad, read this second paragraph here.
Last year, the onset of home practice was a positive step in the CeeDee Lamb negotiations, with the star wideout inking his deal and returning to the team. But appears that will not be the case with Parsons, whose negotiations have seemed far more contentious. And now ESPN's Adam Schefter is not only reporting things that haven't progressed, but now levying the dreaded that was a burp. That was a throat burp.
Was that you?
Yeah. But now levying the
That's impressive.
But now levying the headed for divorce assessment in the latest episode of his podcast.
I thought that was AJ burping.
No,
you were
that
talking, you like beatbox there.
Yeah, I ventriloquist burped.
Yeah, that was good.
I will say this.
I think it's bull.
Well, without what we're gonna get from Super Grok here, I do think that these guys have a job because they're more accurate than not in a lot of their assessment for things. Specifically, guys like Schefter or Ian Rappaport and a couple of the other guys, because you do need that that guy that people want to feed stuff to get it out. It is a little bit of like a plant, I guess you could say. Like you're not telling me that teams use this for their own leverage to try to make things happen all the times. And so do agents.
So do agents. Like, it could be saying, the agent saying, well, yeah, Micah is not feeling good. We're willing to separate from the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know. Because the Cowboys they've already said they're not trading him. But Cowboys have said they're not trading him. So this has to be coming from the Micah camp, the divorce talk.
And
Let me get one of these in here.
Go ahead. Okay. Toss me. Oh.
Crack them if you got them, son.
I will say this, like I
Get
do.
'em in ya.
The thing that you go ahead and crack
Yeah,
it.
get some crack'ems in there.
I still have a little bit left.
Yeah, just do it.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
If you got them, son.
I will say this: any player who falls to the dreaded Jerry Jones family negotiation, they always come out on top. They always make more money than what they were going to get before, and they are always still treated with, at least from what you can see in the past, like the same type of loyalty that they would have beforehand. So in most cases, it works out for the player after Jerry utilizes them for his paid media. I guess not earned media, because he's paying extra money on their contract. So in a sense, he is actually paying for that type of that market. It feels very drawn out and not as needed anymore.
He ain't getting traded.
I don't think he's getting traded. It's a polarizing move. We know that Jerry likes to be in the news.
That'd be the dumbest. Since I've been a fan, if they traded away Micah Parsons, that would be.
If Micah Parsons sits out for 6 weeks,
That's his decision, though.
And they're doing all right without him, and people still want to trade him. You don't think they'll maybe trade him to get some capital?
So if they're doing all right without Micah Parsons, how would they do with Micah Parsons?
Well, Micah just says, "Nah, I'm not going to play.
Well, then
I'll sit out for 2 years."
I would let him sit out for 2 years. As if I own the team, I would.
I hate to say this, guys.
You would do the same. I know you would.
Oh.
Uh-oh, what is this, Gronk?
Well, let me bring this up.
Is this Gronk? AI Gronk? Schefter's the most accurate?
He's the most
9.8?
Yeah.
Hey, my
Out of
boy,
10?
Yeah, but my boy Ian Rappaport's 9.6.
Now-
That's still really good.
I didn't go ahead
all
and
pretty good.
usually I'd go through and I'd get it to weight certain things that I consider, but this is based off of the last 2 seasons. But there's Schefter right there, Ian Rappaport, Tom.
Well, here, let me read this. Adam
Yeah,
Schefter. Praised as most trusted in X Post and Reddit. Unmatched accuracy and breaking stories. But okay, this is breaking stories, though. What about rumors?
Okay, so that's where my boy Ian Rappaport.
What about rumors, Grok?
Ian Rappaport says rumors.
Schefter's key strengths: trades, injuries, free agency scoops.
So he's fast. So he
Unmatched
gets the
speed and
scoops.
confirmation
So
rate.
but I need to know about like rumors. Because right now it's rumored that they're going to divorce, right? Like everyone's talking about that. How accurate is he when he says rumored?
Out of all of them, it
still
just
the
didn't
top.
mention it. He's still the highest ranked, including, I think trades is under rumors. Like, because I asked about rumors.
Did you ask it to rate it out of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
He did.
Nice, I like it.
Oh,
I asked it.
9.8. I mean,
I've done a few so it's starting to learn.
98%
what Poppy
pretty
likes.
good.
98% is great. But again,
I think Grox
what do you
just playing
expect?
you. What he heard you.
Here's
he
the thing.
heard that you like Schefter.
I don't think Schefter's wrong. These things could be like, nope. Dak Prescott's never playing for you. And then the next day, oh, by the way, that thing that he'll never play for you again. How about this? Okay, yeah, that works for us. Okay, like emotions are high in these types of scenarios, and like I do feel for Micah Parsons in quite a bit and all players that have to go through this because it's like, honestly, man, I fought through college to get here, and I thought it'd be like, I get my contract, now it's just about the game.
Well, the shittiest thing for Micah is he's done everything to deserve that second contract.
Absolutely, I think, yeah.
Like, if you're looking at a player's stats and what he's done in his first contract, his first 4 years.
Yeah.
He's all pro
That's what I mean.
All pro every single year.
So if you looked at Micah, if you said you get this guy and like take away the name, but you say this is what this guy did the first 4 years and you looked at his stats, you'd say no matter what, you're re-signing that guy to a big deal.
And that's what, again, to round it all down, for Micah Parsons to actually be traded, the Cowboys aren't going to do it, by the way.
It ain't happening.
They won't do it. And for Micah Parsons to do that, he needs to become a person who he's not. And
he's not going to.
that type of guy.
If it gets to week 1 and they don't have a deal, do you guys think he'll sit out?
Yeah.
You're thinking he will?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time thinking Michael will sit out.
The Eagles game is a perfect example for him to try to make a point.
True.
So if I'm Micah Parsons, who has no leverage right now, then the only thing you can do is sit out that first game and then bet on whether or not the Cowboys
And
do
hope
well.
no sacks happen.
Yeah. Oh, this is what you need. The Cowboys to lose. The Cowboys to lose 48-45.
So now it's not going to be
The offense looks good, but the defense did nothing. That's what you're hoping for.
It's
Like an
not
absolute lose to the Super Bowl champs by 3 points in a barn burner where the defense did fuck all.
So we're not going to complete spoiler territory because this happened, but like Emmitt Smith, the 2 games happened, the Cowboys were dismal, and then all of a sudden the players are saying to Jerry, we have the best running back in the league, fucking sign him. And then the deal happens, and he finally signs him. So unless you have players that come to the table for Micah, which I think they already have, and the Cowboys don't do well in that week 1, then I think we start to see.
But it still goes back to the Emmett thing. Like Emmett wasn't under contract, so he was already past the stage. Like they had a whole offseason.
Also,
The Micah's at that point. Micah still has a year under his contract.
Totally.
So it's a bit different.
but I know what you're saying is like maybe the Joneses, because I think things are a little bit differently for their mindset now than it was in 1990, whatever, 5 when that happened. And the reason being, the Cowboys are now because of what happened there, the most expensive franchise in the world. But so for Jerry, he might be like, I don't really. He needed to win that Super Bowl.
Yeah, they
needed to sign Emmitt Smith to help him win that Super Bowl.
Well, and the thing with Emmitt Smith is Emmitt Smith I'm on a rookie contract. I've led the league in rushing for 2 straight years.
Won 2 Super Bowls.
We just no. This is it was no, because his contract was after that first Super Bowl win when the holdout was.
Won 1 Super Bowl.
So he won 1 Super Bowl. The thing that I was saying earlier on before Anth hopped in there was just that what they're trying to do is show at that time Jerry Jones was losing a lot of money every single month. So the fact he was, and this is what they're trying to say in the show, I want to pay Emmett. I don't have the money that he's asking for, so I need to negotiate with him. And it was strictly of like, and again, he obviously found a way to pay him. It wasn't what Emmitt Smith wanted, but it was the highest paid running back in the league. That's not anywhere near what it's like today because Micah Parsons is under contract and Jerry Jones has more money then anybody knows what to do with it. So paying a person, even with cap space, is far different than what it was back with the Emmett Smith
no
stuff.
cap space.
But what I mean, though, is Jerry's not pressured for his prestige like he was back when he needed Emmitt Smith to come back so that they'd win those 2 more Super Bowls. Jerry he had only had won 1 Super Bowl at that time. At this point, he's won 3 Super Bowls. He's got the most expensive organization. Like, I feel he just is not going to be in that desperate mode. Number 2, I want to see the movie of how Jerry Jones got that money. Did he go to Vegas and bet everything on black? And
how do you get the Emmett Smith money?
Because he's like, I don't have the money, and then the next day he's like, oh, I got the money.
Whoops, got the money.
It's actually, there's stuff that you find. I found out about Jerry Jones that I didn't know about him, and when you watch the show, the series, you know how he got the money.
To buy the Cowboys. But let's move past this.
No, I'm saying to pay Emmitt Smith.
Okay, let's move past this. Let's get on to...
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit of the...
So hang on a second, though.
Okay, let's not move past it.
But
Let's talk
on the
about
Micah
it more.
Parsons thing, the Packers they say the Packers
It's not happening.
trade. I know it's not happening, but if what the Packers offered, would you take that trade? That's what I wanted to ask you guys. With anybody that's kind of put out these trade offers, what did the Packers come close to something that you would consider?
No, because the thing with me is you finally draft a guy at 12 to do everything you want a 12th overall pick to do, and he doesn't, and you don't retain him. Who's to say that the next 2 first rounders, you could get a Mozzie Smith.
Yep.
Right? You don't know where that Packers pick's going to be. The Packers are going to be half decent. You're going to pick somewhere between 15 and 32. Right?
Yeah, I'd have to get
keep your good player, man.
I would have to get a higher than what they'd probably want to give player, along with 2 firsts and 2 seconds, like minimum. And that player would have a lot to do with it. And the player would be someone who I would say is like just a step below Micah. But again, that's only to answer your question. It's not something I would.
He says a line in there is something
doing.
about ambiguity. He's like, nobody lives in ambiguity better than me. And it's just like, this is all just his.
I jerk off in ambiguity. Oh, Jerry. What?
But anyways,
I'm a man. I'm still a man.
I'll give you guys a couple of comments from chat while Alex brings up the next topic here around this.
Well, I want to talk Ravens Cowboys good play it after this.
Typical Cowboys fan said, Jerry said, don't lose any sleep, and y'all are waiting up. You're all waiting up for the effort.
I've been sleeping pretty good the last few nights.
BPG says, I'm fairly sure Jerry is wearing adult diapers at this point, so whatever he says, I'm kind of taking with a half or a full truck of salt.
Do you think he is?
Full truck of salt. I like
Do you
that.
think he's wearing diapers?
Probably.
What age do you think you start wearing diapers?
This year or last year for sure. He's he's 82, 87, 82.
No, he's 82.
No, he said I'm a free piss.
I'm a free piss. I don't wear. Hey, everybody knows that I have a full on piss wiper with me the entire time.
That's how you know you're rich.
Stephen White says Jerry is crazy like an old fox. BPG says I haven't seen Jerry do anything since '95.
It's true.
And then, anyways, we can move on now. I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs to chat while Alex got stuff ready to go.
You gotta give the chat shout outs.
Great shout out. Well, yeah, we have the Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys.
A Friday night preseason game.
I like it. I like the Friday night game because number one, after the Friday night game, I might Uber to Scragfest in Chilliwack, which is just a local music festival that's been going on.
Or is it at the Egg Rack?
No, it's at Burger's Place, Chill House.
Oh yeah,
near McDonald's and on Alexander Street.
Scrag it up, boys.
But anyways,
was this that? Hey, whoa! Was that an unofficial sponsored post that you're taking side bets?
Burger. I want my fucking
you getting
tacos.
Side bets?
I want my pizza.
I want my taco.
You want your fucking Takis?
I'll give you a taco.
Taco
I'll
pizza.
give you a fucking taco.
But yeah, we got the Falcons versus the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, a few big things. Let me just rattle them off, and then whoever wants to jump in can
Rattle them.
jump in. These are the topics I want to talk about, and I will force us to talk about at some point. Starting quarterbacks, Milton or Grease. I can't even remember his fucking name.
Greer. And this is from
Brian
Patrick
Greasy.
From Patrick Nosey Walker.
This is from Patrick Kelsey Walker.
Will Greer.
Will Greer. Blue coming back from injury is going to be starting. And then will Mozzie Smith get off skates? Those are my 3 big topics. But also, What are you guys thinking about this Friday game? Let's bring them all up, and then we'll just fucking flowcate.
So I'll
Any
say
topics you want to talk about regarding the game.
I'll bring up the Milton thing. I mean, I agree.
Okay.
You said to bring up whatever topics. I just started talking about.
No. If no one else has anything else to talk about, let's talk about Milton.
Well, this is in conjunction with him starting again. I actually don't mind hearing Schottenheimer say they need more data on Milton. And it's like, we don't know what type of post-game conversations they have, and we don't know exactly what had happened in those games. And sometimes it's easy for us to see just the play that's happening and what's going on, what the TV showing us. None of us have watched any of the all 22 stuff for these games. So the fact that they want to see Milton, just they know that Will Grier could be their backup quarterback for the season. They just want to see if there's an opportunity or chance to make Milton the QB2. So I'm fine with seeing Joe Milton, more of him this Friday, because it's a preseason game, and that's just my thought on the.
I think the most disservice to anybody's been the wide receivers. And it's
sure.
You get these wide receivers that are trying to make the team, and then you have fucking 60-mile-per-hour fastballs.
You're not wrong.
Thrown at you. It's like, I would like to see maybe Joe Milton get a quarter with the same guys, and then Will Grier get a quarter with the exact same guys.
Just go first and third with.
Yeah,
Milton,
because I don't know if they believe that Will Grier could be the second quarterback on the team. And if he can't, if you put Will Grier out there with the same guys and he has the same success that Joe Milton's had, then you need to go find another quarterback, because these guys aren't starting QB2s, or I shouldn't say starting, but they're not backup quarterbacks in the NFL. So it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous that going into preseason week 3, after watching Joe Milton play 80 to 85% of the snaps, that you still need to see more from him. I would be more happy if they're like, okay, we know Joe Milton's our starter. We're going to let Will Grier get game 3. But that hasn't happened. We watched Joe Milton play. He's been awful. Like game 2, he was terrible. So yeah, you have to look at him again. They have to look at him again. I agree with that. But you also need to see if Will Grier is your QB2. And by playing Joe Milton, I don't think it's saying that they think Will Grier's their 2. I think it's saying they don't have a 2 on the team.
Yeah. First of all, do you guys think Dak Prescott told both Milton and Grier, hey, I'm the only one sleeve motherfucker out here, so Milton, you better go put on a half sleeve there?
Totally. Well, I mean, and Grier thought he was talking about both of them only having one full sleeves of tattoos.
Yeah.
So he wasn't sure about that.
Fuck.
I will say Greer's fucking beard is tight. I like it. Not like
you know what?
Tightly capped, bitch. Fucking sweet.
If I'm being honest, and I agree with what you said there, and if I'm being honest, number one, sometimes the preseason, and I don't think that I think that you should probably have things answered sooner than this. By week 2 preseason, I think week 3 should be like, all right, we're putting our seconds out there as a, this is a, what do you call it? Not a drill.
A mock?
A mock. This is like a mock game if our seconds were on, and then you play the game like that. I think that ideally that's what you would want to be doing in your last week of preseason. They're not going to be able to do this because I think they're going to have to look at both QBs. But sometimes it sucks for the wide receivers, but if the coaching staff said, like, what we're doing in these preseason games is looking at individual players and how they play in these positions, and if anyone else shows up on the radar, great. But maybe they're like, we need to discover what Milton can do. And they tried stuff in game 1. My eyes can't pick out the difference, but maybe in game 2, they tried things a little bit differently. And then maybe in game 3, they're hoping to try another third thing.
It's just a clipboard. Looks like check.
Yeah.
Looks like check.
None of the
Will Grier looked good in both snaps.
Will Grier
both games.
Well, in both snaps that he's gotten.
Well,
both games.
And Will Berger Rod MG looks good with the $20 super chat saying didn't really know what to say, just wanted to show some love.
Will Berger.
Oh, and go Birds.
We knew the Go Birds was coming.
Will Berger, where are you living again? Oh, he can't answer us.
He can't answer.
But if anyone knows,
because we're gonna find you.
I just feel like we definitely gotta find you.
We gotta send him a crack him if you got him shirt.
Yeah.
And his CWO.
He has to DM us though.
He DM'd us on X because he wants in on our fantasy football league. So I said as soon as we get it going, he's in.
Oh yeah, that'll get to you soon, my dude.
The thing though with like, I think and this is the problem. It's like you have this very powerful gun because Joe Milton can throw so far. And he actually, that throw, I think it was to Flanoy down the seam. That was like a pretty difficult throw. And Flanoy caught it. That was a burp gurgle from my throat. Just so anybody.
Do you mean the drop one?
No, the one that they caught. Probably the one that. It was, to Mingo, not to Flanoy. Mingo. Yeah. Mingo up the seam. Like, he placed the ball in some spots that were very difficult. He's just way too inconsistent, like Big Fella was saying. That's AKA Chris, AKA Cowboys Up Podcast. So it's like
Cowboy Up Podcast.
Cowboy Up Podcast. Thank you, Anth, for always being first to correct me.
You're welcome. Just we butcher it every time we say it, so I thought I'd say it right.
But like, it's one of those things where it's like, ooh, that car drives very fast. Like, I remember I test drove a couple of like very like supercars, a Lamborghini, a Nissan GTX, and a Corvette. And I got in the Corvette, and when
on Gran Turismo, the video game?
No, in real life.
Okay. You actually drove those?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And I
Is it
drove,
scary?
So the Lambo was like, oh, this is all right.
Is it shift, like stick?
No, it was automatic.
Or paddles?
Yeah. Because it had to make it easy.
See, I'm so poor, I don't even know what's inside.
The Italian guy's just like,
well,
and use your finger like this.
Fist it
a little bit. The Nissan GTX was like, you could feel like you could turn so quickly on it. But the Corvette, it felt like it had so much power that as soon as I accelerated, it felt like I had no control over the car. And that's kind of what you get with Joe Milton. There's so much power in his arm, he doesn't know how to do it. And I can't unsee all the memes where you see these adults playing dodgeball with kids and these piss missiles come whipping into their faces.
It's hilarious.
Piss missile guy.
The piss missile is a problem to like the 20-yard line, 25-yard line. You know what I mean? When he's just fucking rocketing it in there. Sometimes he does have to rocket it in there, and then it's like on the receiver to make the catch when it's in that small, tight window and we need to play on 3rd and 7 or something like that. Okay, I get it. I didn't see enough from Milton's running game that was so much better than Greer. We're honestly at this point.
Yeah, Greer has a rushing touchdown in the preseason.
Well, Greer looked like if we needed 3rd and 2 and we needed him to quarterback sneak, yeah, I think Greer could do it just as good as Milton. Sorry. I think Dak Prescott could too. Not to say that Milton doesn't have that extra skill. I just haven't seen it from him yet. And if the Cowboys don't design plays for that, then it's all moot anyways. At this point, even if Milton plays all of preseason week 3, I'd still want to see Greer being the backup. But that's just where I am right now.
If Milton plays all preseason week 3 and plays how he did the last 2 games, I hope they're trying to trade for like a Jameis Winston or like one of the Browns quarterbacks. That they're talking about the Browns.
Shit, that'd be nice.
The Browns holding 4 quartquarterbacks, but like go and get one of these.
Gabriel, go get Gabriel. That little
anyone.
Shadur. We didn't even have to tank for Shadur.
I mean, at least I've seen Shadur do something in the preseason, right?
Well, Will Greer was the 3rd string quarterback when Coop Rush was there, right?
Yep.
So he couldn't even beat up Coop Rush. So do we feel confident with Will Greer as our QB2? I don't.
No, I don't feel right now with both Will Greer. I feel more confident with, but like I said, the fact that they're putting in Joe Milton again means they don't think Will Greer's their quarterback too.
Quick question, though.
Because they know what they have with them already.
Exactly.
Quick question, though, just to make us all maybe feel better or worse. And it might not be the best random question to throw on you guys, but what team in the NFL do you think has a backup quarterback that can sustain? Oops.
We're just like a little bit of a burpee boys today. The burp boys.
Okay.
They had the burp wagon boys.
Cooper Rush is a good answer because we've seen him do it a couple of times.
Baltimore Ravens, the Colts, they have Anthony Richardson's their backup quarterback.
Okay.
They put Danny Dimes.
Can we go? Maybe Colts are in this, but let's do playoff teams.
I think the Colts could be a playoff team.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I saw this. I took a photo of it, and I got
the Browns.
No, with
we're in a playoff team last year, but the year before they were with Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco.
Okay, listen to this though. Anthony Richardson, just really quick. Richardson is younger than Shadur. Richardson is younger than Will Howard, younger than Dylan Gabriel, younger than Shao, younger than Caleb, younger than Bo Nix, and younger than Penix.
Yeah, I saw this too. Did you go and look at where Richardson ranks on his accuracy passing.
Very terrible.
He's like 55 of 55.
Yeah, very terrible.
Like it's like, yeah, sure.
He should not be their starting quarterback.
But okay, this is
or a starting quarterback.
actually that's a nice roundabout conversation to the next piece in the puzzle. Mozzie Smith, and just there's a quite a loud group of people who are saying don't quit on Mozzie Smith, and I think,
how do I quit you?
Well, look, I agree. He's 24 years old. That's young, okay? But this is why I want to kind of move.
That picture's funny.
I don't mean crack him if you got him. I don't mean the Cowboys should move on from Mozzie Smith in that they cut him or trade him for low value and then don't have anyone to replace him. That's not what I mean when I say, and I think we're all agreeing. When we're talking about moving on from Mozzie Smith, it's mentally. It's instead of passively, like all teams should passively be looking for a better replacement that if they happen to fucking come by the radar, yeah, you investigate for every single player. Okay? Not that it would happen, but if a Myles Garrett came by or Prescott floated by the Browns, they'd probably sniff at that option and be like, okay, is this some guy like that we could replace our current player with, even though that they're probably on the same caliber. Obviously, Garrett's ranked higher. Point being, that's passive. Like when an option comes by, I want the Cowboys to switch to like, we're searching now. We're looking for going through all NFL teams and calling them and being like, we want a defensive interior. Who do you have available? And I don't care if they're a 2-year Band-Aid or if they're a younger dude who we need to develop, who we think is going to be better in this position than Mozzie Smith. But that's what that's what I mean from moving on from Mozzie
Well, the
Smith.
Cowboys proved that they weren't moving on because there was some good defensive tackles available when the Cowboys were drafting, and they just didn't even look at it, right?
And in fairness, even still, like I agree that they should have been doing it. But now we've gone through 2 preseason games where Mozzie was up against seconds and thirds.
Guys he should be dominating.
And sure, he had some good reps where he played the position well. That's totally fine and dandy. There was also at least an equal amount of reps where he was being pushed out of the position by one person. I know there's double teams, and when a guy gets moved, okay.
But he was drafted to hold his place on those double teams.
I just think regardless of the reason, what do we need? And we need a guy to plug the fucking hole. Mozzie Smith is not that guy on the Dallas Cowboys right now. And do you think that in 8 games he's going to develop into that player? The other argument, and I'll shut up after this, guys, sorry.
Thank gosh.
Mozzie Smith, give him time. Give him time. He's had 3 coordinators. Big Chris spoke about this. He's like, yeah, and so has all the other Dallas Cowboys players who have played on this squad. And Mozzie Smith, sure, he's 24 years old. This is his 3rd season in the league. This is my question I ask. How many players are you going to give 3 years in the league? And then, okay, he's coming up on his contract. Do you want to re-sign him?
Fuck no.
For a big contract? That's the question that I ask people now.
Well,
do you want to re-sign Mozzie Smith? Then?
They'll get the option of 5th-year option, which they're not going to take unless he does something crazy, which they don't have to do. That it will be next year that he still has his 4th year he could play, right? But the Mozzie Smith thing, like just watching him to see him just get dominated week after week, you're going to see a lot from Mozzie's going to be playing in preseason week 3. And that says all you need to say about how he's been playing.
Yeah.
Like that.
No
that
other starters.
Like no one else. A guy that's slotted to start is going to be starting.
Yeah,
Look, Mozzie's looking at you, Adam.
Yeah, Mozzie's looking right at me.
Why are you saying it to me? Why you guys don't believe in me?
What are you going to say about me, big dog?
And the other 2 hate what I do. You got me.
I don't.
Got you.
I don't got you. No, and you're right. I think that the biggest thing is all these other guys have had the same type of coaching. Some people might be more of a project, and if you do end up keeping him, you can't pay him money that he should be paid as a first rounder. So ultimately, it's like the Cowboys, unless you're going to draft another one-tech nose tackle next draft, like what are you going to do? Go get a veteran person and then have him be a developmental player in year 5? Like it just makes no sense. it's so bizarre why they wouldn't be looking at addressing it, where he's been more so a glaring issue. And possibly this goes into like working with the defensive coordinator, Eberflus, saying, no, we don't need to worry about him right now. We can bring on these type of linebackers to help patch up his work while we develop him. And then if it doesn't work out, maybe there's these guys next draft that are better than these guys this draft. Maybe that was a conversation. I don't know. I don't know enough about the guys who are eligible for the draft this year to even weigh in on that, but you would think that they would have some sort of conversation or solution that way. Would you not? Like these guys who have full-time scouting jobs, they are probably saying these are the 5 guys we're going to watch for the next 6 years. Like
I don't think the Cowboys are very good at. They're good at selecting a lot of players. We've seen a lot of stars come out in the last few years, and that's what you want. You're not going to hit 100%. So, but
I think they hit 62% of the time or something like that. Is it?
Well, maybe. I mean, and that's
62% of the time they hit every time.
But
No
the problem
sandboards.
is, it's not just that they missed on the Mozzie pick; it's that they've made multiple Band-Aid signings with guys, and I don't think any of us were expecting anything out of it. But they've shown that they've realized the defensive tackle has been an issue for at least 2 years, and then have signed guys to kind of fill a role. And they even come in and then play snaps that if Mozzie Smith was the guy, he would be playing those reps. And we wouldn't be looking like those guys would be great to be backups to Mozzie Smith. And they end up playing more of a hybrid starter role with the guy. And yeah,
This is his last year on the team, unless he does.
It should be his last year.
Insane, which I don't see it. I don't see the improvement. There's been zero improvement. There actually might be a little bit of regression. And
it could be.
Once you start playing against the Eagles offensive line, who's one of the best in the NFL, you're getting blown up in preseason against the 2s and the 3s. Wait till the 1s come out on September 4th. It could get ugly.
The ones are coming for you.
Well, Brian Schottenheimer hinted at a surprise. I'm just going to pull up his...
His LinkedIn.
This might be it.
No, Shoddy for You is his unfiltered blog channel.
Hang on, I'm going to restart this.
Quote unquote surprise.
God damn it.
Dallas Cowboys fans are hard at work piecing together all of their conspiracy theories. And Shoddy teased some quote unquote surprising cuts coming to the 53-man roster.
Sit down after we play Friday and we'll make some decisions about the entire roster, and we'll see where they lead. And that's not just the backup quarterback. That's all positions. That's all position battles. And there'll probably be some surprises from some of the mock things that are out there in terms of, hey, I thought for sure this guy was going to make it. And, because there's always going to be a few surprises when you look at any team's roster in the National Football League when you get down to cut down day.
Very interesting. Now, this is a surprise.
Okay, shut the fuck up. No, just kidding. Thank you for that clip. That was
Yeah,
great.
we don't want to draw.
No, I don't want any drama.
We don't
That
want
was
to
a
battle
joke.
with attack on Cowboys. Crack me,
if you
God.
got
Oh, was that? Sorry. Hey, didn't even.
He'll come at us. He'll come at us.
No hate there.
He heard us say this. He heard his name.
He did. But no, great clip. And let me just put on my lipstick. Like
I was gonna say you're bad at backpedaling now.
Yeah, he's putting on lipstick. 'Cause he's
No,
ready-
well,
getting ready.
About to beach.
as soon as I said it, I knew that, hey, someone can clip that, and not anyone's going to do that. But
I might. And tag him.
I will say this, and this is without him running as a head coach at all for the season yet, because this is all just preseason. But every week I become a bigger Shoddy fan. I like Schottenheimer. I like him as a head coach. I really hope that the things that he's doing and saying actually are true, because sometimes you just can't believe what people are saying. Like they'll say one thing and then they do something completely different. So I hope the stuff that Shoddy's talking about and it actually comes to fruition, because I actually like him as a head coach. I'm a Shoddy guy right now.
well, we do have the Dallas Cowboys versus Atlanta Falcons. Jeez.
Is Penix their starting quarterback? Because right now Kirk Cousins is out, right? Oh, do you think we get Kirk Cousins as a backup quarterback this season?
Like the Cowboys trade for
Yeah,
him?
the Cowboys trade
No.
for him.
Definitely not.
Anyway.
I can't see the Cowboys getting Jameis Winston either, but that would be crazy.
They're not. They're going to roll in with
They're going to roll in with Will Grier as QB2.
No, they're going to roll in with Milton. Milton's going to be the QB2, and they're just going to hope Dak doesn't get hurt.
Fingers crossed.
That's what's going to happen.
Fingers crossed season.
We do have the potential new showing of a player who hasn't played yet, Jadon Blue.
That's probably the thing I'm most excited about this Friday is to see Blue in action.
He's going to get like 4 snaps.
You think so?
I don't know. To be honest, I think he's on the team regardless.
Oh, of course. He wouldn't have to play a snap, and you'd keep him. Just because.
I'd be wanting to watch guys that are fighting for that 4th spot, like Phil Maffa, Miles Sanders, and Deuce Vaughn. Those guys would be getting heavy doses of reps at the running back position for me. Because those guys are battling. Jadon Blue's on the team. We all know that. Jadon Blue's going to be on the 53-man roster, especially if he gets in there and one of his first plays, he has a big run. I imagine you don't see him for very long. I'm going to say over-under on his plays 4, like rushing plays.
Jadon Blue?
Yeah. I think
4 touches.
I think that's how sold they are on him making the team.
I just so if they're not going to play Sanders, we've seen.
I think you're going to see Sanders.
I think they have to. I think Sanders is
Sanders
possibly that shot he's talking about.
Yeah, he only had 7 carries for 14 yards last week. So you might see more. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of Sanders, a lot of Maffa, and a lot of Deuce Vaughn. Those are the 3 dudes that are on the cut block in my mind.
I feel like Maffa's stock has gone up.
Yeah, but who do you... Okay, so let's just side quest. If the Cowboys only keep 3 running backs and a fullback, who are the 3 running backs that you're keeping?
Okay, so obviously
Javonte Williams,
fullback's Hunter
Lepke,
Yeah.
Javonte Williams, Blue, Maffa.
Yeah, so who are you going to make play this week? Sanders, Deuce Vaughn, and Maffa.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I agree.
Could Sanders do something that would change your mind to drop, or so you have Williams, Blue,
Yep.
and Maffa.
Yep.
So could Sanders do something to get into that lineup, and then you'd have to cut one of the other guys?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
If you're going to play him on if you're playing Sanders this Friday,
show that he
which
can
will be live streaming, by the way.
Yeah. Sanders has to show that he can hit those holes and follow the blocks in the appropriate area and get yards.
And if he does that, though, then would you cut Maffa instead?
I mean, I think there's more upside to having Maffa. You have Sanders on a 1-year deal. If you don't think that you could get the production out of him consistently, and you have someone like Phil Maffa, or even like Malik Davis, who showed up better than almost better than Maffa and Sanders,
in the 4th quarters of games.
I guess.
So are we going to see more Malik Davis?
Davis is not. I don't even think he's in contention. Unfortunately,
because Davis always plays well. I think what it comes down to is what are the Cowboys going to be doing more? If they're going to be doing more passing out to the to the running back, the halfback position, then yeah, you would cut Maffa. But because Maffa is kind of his role is played by Williams, so there's not. I agree. Long term, I'd like to see what Maffa develops into, but just for this season and for the sake of having a 53-man roster. But if they are going to play, we want our running backs to be a little bit more bruisey, which, I mean, it could go that way too. Then it makes sense to cut Sanders.
Do you think they keep 2 rookies?
You know what? Do I think they do? I don't know. That's tough. I would, because I just want to develop those guys as much as possible. And if Sanders, like Adam said, is on the 1-year contract, and I feel like if I have both players available between Blue and Sanders, I'm going to go with Blue. Then I don't really need Sanders on the team. Or Williams might even be able to fill that role. So if I already got 2 guys who can catch a football in whatever down that we are in, then I don't really know that Sanders has a role on this team. He might be be better overall, but then you look at the room and just having Maffa out there and seeing what he can do, and maybe he might be the best running back by the end of the season. If that, that would be the hope, then yeah, I would keep him.
Conversations Living Room with RJ, aka R2J2, says Sanders has always been a jump cut or get him outside of the tackle type of running back. they've only shown ISO and between the tackle runs so far.
Yeah.
So
well,
again, I guess it all
speaking my language. I don't know what the fuck he just said.
It all depends on what type of play calling Schottenheimer is going to want to do for the majority of the season and what players are actually going to fit into that chess piece for him. I think you make a really good point. You got 2 rookies. Are you going to keep 2 rookie running backs on the team? I mean, typically, I think right now the Cowboys have a personnel problem where they have too many unknown guys on the squad, even in the running back position, even in the wide receiver position, that you couldn't like say, oh, we're going to keep Jadon Blue because he's going to see a bit more receiving reps. So we'll remove that wide receiver and have Jadon Blue slotted in there as our hybrid running back wide receiver guy. They just have way too many guys that are unknown right now for them to do a move like that.
I got the perfect name for our running back room, though. Just came to me.
The nobodies?
It's very similar.
The somebodies?
The Thunderbolts.
The Thunder. Okay, I'll take Thunderbolts.
Because, well, if you've seen the movie, spoiler alert.
They're a bunch of nobodies?
They're a bunch of nobodies.
Because nobody knows them?
But hey, what are some other things that we want to see in this game outside of Mozzie Smith?
A 5-yard completed pass.
Okay.
Multiple.
You laugh about that, but that is very true.
I'm being dead serious. I want to
Okay.
see a touch pass on first down. Like, I just want to see something that makes me not feel like if Dak Prescott goes down, the whole season's gone. Because I think Dak's going to miss games.
I have
Shut
an
your
interesting
fucking mouth,
question
man.
I do,
here,
though.
because it kind of plays out to this. We know Pickens and we know Turpin and we know, of course, Sedarius Lamb are on the team for wide receivers. We're probably going to need to carry another 3, I would assume, right?
Mingo's PCL or whatever is hurt, so he's gone for a month.
Okay. So which Cowboys players do you think on the roster right now could do something in week 3 to win a spot on the team, to win it? Because if Mingo goes to injury reserve,
It just bought a guy a spot for at least a month.
exactly, yeah. I'm assuming,
Yeah, that's right. Mingo's PCL issue.
yeah. Well, he's probably going to go on injury reserve, and they'll keep him on as long as they can. Because while Mingo showed, okay, he caught a couple footballs and was in a couple of plays where he was, they threw a flag on it for pass interference. He didn't really like do anything where it was like, holy shit.
Keep him.
Holy
Start him.
So, how do you feel this wide receiver room's going to finish at the end of here? Who's going to crumble and who's going to cake?
When it goes back to the fact that your
Like that?
quarterbacks have been playing awful, right?
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
know, I know.
like it goes back. I
You were
honestly
making
don't,
that point
I don't have.
before
I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
And
Mine is I just hope any of them. Like there was one good pass I think last week. It was to Cropper, and he dropped it. And it's like I want to just see a guy get his opportunity to catch it and make a play. But I'm not confident in like one of the biggest things I was excited to watch going into the preseason was Jalen.
Jalen Hurts.
No, Joe Milton. We have so many Jalens. Joe Milton, and then a bunch of the wide receivers. And now I'm just like, I don't even have an answer to this question.
you're a fucking
Trayshawn Holden, I guess,
Yeah.
would be my answer.
Yep. But I think you're right though. Like I never thought about it this way. The most disservice that we're getting right now is with one of our rooms that is so heavy with unknowns, and that's wide receivers. You have guys who are all pretty much even. You have Trayshawn Holden who's going up the ranks, but you have Flanoy, you have Jalen Cropper, Jalen Brooks. You have all these guys who want to make the
Jalen
team.
Tolbert.
Jalen
God,
Tolbert.
enough with the Jalen's.
Fucking
guys.
Jalen's. But I think like that's the other issue is like we're not looking at what the routes they're running and how bad they're whiffing it. We're just like, oh, this guy's a non-factor in these plays, but that's attributed to the quarterback for 90% of the issues that we've been seeing in preseason so far.
So if we flip it to defense, I think every single level of the field has a little bit of concern. Obviously, we kind of beat that horse dead with Mozzie Smith. Not saying Mozzie Smith is a dead horse, but the top, it's arguable, right? But let's also, like, anything about the D-line, let's talk about it too. But also, let's go to linebacker, and then we'll go to
I'd like to see
secondary
Damone
after.
Clark have another good game. He played very
Yeah,
well last
he did.
week. Like I've been a big Damone Clark hater, like very, very big Damone Clark hater, but he played very well last week. He was getting tackles at the line of scrimmage. He was getting in there, causing a stir,
Mucking it up
a little bit, where before he would be tackling at the 7 or 8 yard line. So I'd like to see him stack another really nice game because he did play very well. I thought he was one of the more noticeable defensive players last week. So I would really like to see Damone Clark at the linebacking position out there making tackles this week. And it would make me feel good about our linebacker depth.
And we did see Andrew Wilkes-Booth pull himself out of your doghouse.
Yep.
With that pick 6.
Yeah, I can't talk shit about him.
So what does Clark need to do this Friday game, week 3 preseason versus the Falcons?
I don't think he needs to do much, honestly. If he had like 4 or 5 tackles, if he stands out, not for bad reasons. Like every time I looked at Damone Clark last week, he was making a tackle around the line of scrimmage. I was like, okay. And that's what a lot of people were saying about him at camp. But I had heard that song and dance before, and then it got to preseason. He did fuck all, and then he got his opportunity last year in games, and then like regular season games, and did nothing. So if he can stack multiple games going into the season, does it win him a spot? I don't know, because I think Maurice Leofau and Jack Sanborn and who's someone else? Oh, and Keith Murray. Well, Overshone's not playing, but like those 3 guys, those will still be the starters. But if any of those guys went down, at least Damone Clark could step in and do some things.
You know what? It's really nice that Clark had that good game, because if he does have another good game, I feel much more confident about what the linebackers can do. Because I like our linebacker room, to be quite honest. Like, I think Sanborn and Murray, I still don't. I need to see them in an NFL game, and I need to see a couple weeks to be like, who are these guys and how do they play here? But Leofau has been a freaking golden. Seems like he's the golden goose here in terms of draft value and what he can offer for the team. And yeah, Clark as well. You know, the clock's ticking on that guy, and he better have a good season this year, or he's going to end up in the kind of boat of perpetual free agency, floating from one team to another for a contract or for a year or 2 contract. But we touched on it as well. And do you have anything to add for the linebackers? Anything you want to see?
No, I liked seeing Sanborn out there. I liked seeing more of our kind of ones kind of get a little bit of reps within the
just
first.
to get some eyes on them.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I want to see with this preseason game on Friday is like you, and I think you mentioned it before, is give me like you utilize these things as game time decisions. Don't be so close and then kick a field goal. I don't give a fuck about a win in preseason. Let's see what the personnel has, and let's have them like really work through those motions and those game time scenarios. I want to see that from those guys. So I do want to see a bit more from some of those linebackers like Damone Clark. I want to make it true. Like don't just give us one shade of a game and think that you're the guy anymore or starting to be a guy. So the linebacker room I was pretty excited about last week. And I just want to see some more from them this week coming up.
And the secondary too.
Elam, it was nice to see a little bit of Elam in there. I mean, Andrew Wilkes-Booth. I mean, our secondary position is very tough with all of the injuries. It's almost frustrating to think.
Cornerbacks, not
because
their safety is deep.
Yeah, deep-ish.
Well, deep with available players for sure. Maybe not super deep with talent, but
yeah. But guys who can get the job done, I guess, is what we're looking at first.
Look, cornerback is. I think safeties. We know who's there. We know the guys that are playing, and they're going to be interchangeable. It's really nice to see some of the guys like Israel Mukuamu maybe has potential to play some more snaps. Like he's been on the squad for quite a few years and has always had some like interesting moments, but maybe this is the year that he can actually kind of break out. And at the end of the day, we do want competition internally to push guys and to push the position to the best level. We're falling into a place with our cornerbacks where it's just like, hey, we need someone to be on the field on Friday. So who's it going to be? And luckily we haven't had any, knock on wood, we haven't had any injuries on that position, but it still it's thin in terms of who we have signed, Diggs and Siobhan Revel, who it would have been great to see what he could have done in these 3 preseason games, but we're not really going to be able to see that, I don't think. He will return this year, though, right?
Yep.
Revel?
Yeah, at some point. He'll be out there probably the first 4 games at some point.
At some point?
But but like realistically,
no,
you're not going to throw him out to the wolves.
He's not a starter.
Right? Yeah, he's got to prove himself, and to even get that spot. So I think you got Elam's going to be starting out there.
Elam Bland.
And then Childress has kind of been that nickel back, and Mukuamu. Those guys have kind of been battling pretty well. So it'll be interesting to see the final depth chart, or even kind of the guys they roll out to play this weekend. Like, are you going to see an Elam at all? Maybe not.
We saw him last week.
You saw him last week, but this week might be like getting the Childress out there, or some of these other dudes that are really fighting for the team. I think you're going to see a lot more no names this weekend on defense compared to what we saw last week. I like Damone Clark. I don't even know if you see much of him. Like, it's going to be until the Cowboys get out there and play, which it's basically a crapshoot of who's going to play.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess, who was it? Shamar James, our rookie linebacker. We might see a lot of him. I think it would be good to see more answers for those cornerbacks that are fighting for a position. Like, let's lock in some of those guys. Cause
Well, can we just end this with look at a PFF of last week? Cause I know last week we looked after then that's what I meant. Like, if we just to kind of see who's trending. Cause I know a couple names that played not so great in the preseason week 1. I just want to see if they already did 2 shit games or not.
Can you remind me what we looked at? It was
just the PFF. You just had offense with their top scores, defense top scores.
It was the player stats, right?
Yeah, just their stats and then their rankings.
It's just they have a
million fucking things.
Yeah. So I gotta find the way.
Yeah, we just look at it quickly and then get the fuck out of here. It's preseason at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it is preseason. As much as we want to talk about it, as soon as preseason week 3 ends, it's like we're into.
We're just looking for that first depth chart.
Yeah,
we're just looking for that first depth chart to chat about.
All right, I don't think I can just narrow it down to week 2.
Oh, this is fine.
This is fine.
Oh yeah, weeks right there. Oh no, does it all? This is okay because this is actually better because it kind of
it's both weeks together.
So Malik Davis, like Ad said, was killing it. I mean, but it's kind of skewed because even Deuce Vaughn playing well. But let's go to the bottom. Like, I'm not even I just want to see who's played. So Will Grier, as well as we thought he's played. Look at the bottom 2 of the bottom 3.
Oh my God,
Joe Milton and Will Grier.
Dear Lord,
Does that not
that
fucking wrap it up?
Shouldn't be that.
Shouldn't be for both of them. And Will Grier, granted, hasn't had nearly as many snaps, but that's kind of scary to see.
Scooney, I don't like seeing down there.
Does that not just prove that I don't think our QB2's on the team?
I agree with you. The QB2 is not on the team. And you keep hearing people talk about Joe Milton being a project quarterback and having him as like a QB3 spot. Well, the only way you can do that is by bringing in an actual proper veteran QB2.
Well, I don't got.
Jane got it.
I don't feel Cowboys are going to be making a move for a quarterback. I feel like
you don't even have to trade though. Someone's going to get cut somewhere.
Yeah, no, very.
That's what
true.
I mean. Like, it might not be a trade, but it could be a sign. Like, once a guy's cut, anyone that gets put on a practice squad, the Cowboys can snipe.
Let's look at some good stuff here. Let me just zoom in real quick. Just to end on a pot.
We don't want it on positive.
I know. We don't. Cooper Beebe, not doing too bad. What is this one here? His pass blocking, pretty damn good. 73. But 63.9 overall, or 76, sorry.
What's going on with Moffa's number?
84 pass block.
No, it's like his number, 037.
037.
0, oxygen 37.
Hey,
oxygen 37.
Speaking of QBs getting cut, R2J2 just said DTR might be getting cut.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll take DTR over Joe Milton.
DTR getting cut, and he's like the perfect fit in Philadelphia. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Well, guys, let's get just to warm up for the season. I want a bold.
Okay.
And I want a
you also
score.
said you wanted a positive to end this too. Tyler Booker, you're on his name. Tyler Booker had a very solid game with his snaps.
Yeah, he had nice snaps and finished top 10. That is nice. 8th.
Well, that's what you want to see with our first rounder, at least.
And he's just dipping his toe in.
No rush, or he had no quarterback hurries on against him. That is good. Okay, so you want for the season or for this week?
No, for the week. Like for the game preseason. Yeah. We're just playing.
Okay, so preseason week 3, you want a positive and a negative. In the limited carries that Jadon Blue is going to get, he's going to get a touchdown. Is that bold or no?
I don't know. I want to.
Okay.
I don't know where the positive negative came from. No offense. I just want our regular score prediction bold
My
prediction.
bold prediction is Jadon Blue's going to have under 5 carries and a touchdown. Under 5 carries.
Under 5
carries and a
Jadon
touchdown.
Blue. Okay.
And a touchdown. And then my score prediction, I'm going to go Cowboys to win just because they've been blanked. I'm going to go Cowboys 38 and Atlanta Falcons 21.
38-21. Okay.
Jeez, I'm 38.
Yeah, I think I went a little bit crazy with that.
That's a
but
bold prediction.
that almost could have been my bold.
Hey, we're just shaking. We know these.
Joe Milton and Will Greer, like you're gonna have 6 defensive touchdowns or some special team stuff. But that's my.
We're shaking rest. We're shaking rest. Adam.
Okay, my bold prediction.
Yep.
And this is going to double up on the Jadon Blue. Jadon Blue, on his first carry, is going to take it to the house.
So we'd both hit our boldies then, which I'll take. And we've never set a rule that you can't have double stack and boldies.
Double stack.
No.
That's a parlay on the
But if
bolts.
that hits, if ads hits, mine hits. Unless they keep him in and he gets 5 more carries, which I doubt they would.
Yeah.
What score predict me?
Score prediction, I think I'm going to go 27-20 Cowboys.
I think that's more realistic than what I said.
Okay.
Preseason's tough to gauge, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with this. I'm going to say bold prediction. Joe Milton gets a passing and rushing touchdown.
Okay.
That's so sad that's a bold prediction.
Right?
I know. But I also think I think he's going to only play 50% of the game. Like, I think they're going to bring in Greer and give him a good routing as well. Score, I got to go 24, and this is the only time I ever in preseason predict the Cowboys lower. 24-13 Falcons.
Okay.
Oh, bro.
So then that could be going against your boldy. They miss a point after.
Okay, 24-17.
There you go.
No. I'm going to stick with 13 because then if one hits, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Will you be, if the Falcons have Bijan Robinson playing in preseason, or is that going to piss you off?
They won't. I mean, they could. No, it wouldn't piss me off. I'd be like, oh, they're smart.
No, but I'm saying, is it going to piss you off because you're like, see, the Cowboys should be playing some of their ones.
No, I'm already over that. The Cowboys we already all know that the Cowboys should have been playing some of their ones.
We're past it.
Wait till week 3. We're like, man, this offense hasn't got going because, well, they didn't play any of their preseason guys.
And then what? Now CeeDee Lamb starts his legendary
Run in week 4.
to 2,000 yards.
Which would be sweet.
I don't do it till week 6. I'm not unlocked till week 6.
I ain't unlocked until week 6. Who's calling us out?
Who's going to call us out?
I'm letting one of you guys do it.
So I want you to go out there and in the next, because 2 days until we're go live for the Falcons preseason. But if you're out there and you hear anybody saying that Micah Parsons is going to get traded to any team out there, I want you to look them in their stupid faces and you tell them to go themselves, baby.
We'll be live 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday for the Dallas Cowboys Atlanta Falcons final preseason game before the 2025 NFL season, baby.
That's a half hour before the game for anyone else, anywhere else in the country.
Can't math it. Peace.
Yeah, half hour before the game.
Peace.
Peace to the Middle East.